Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we will be covering the LinkedIn integration with MuleSoft. So for that, we need to have an active LinkedIn connection or account available. And after that, you have to make sure like you are able to log into this linkedin.com/developers, or basically the original site is developers.linkedin.com. But since I am already being logged in with my uh, LinkedIn account, so that's why it is automatically prompting me towards the this particular URL. Okay, so once you are being into this particular developer portal, then you have to click on Create App, and after that you can start filling all these details like. Since this is the application name and I don't have any active page for that, so what I will do, I will create a new LinkedIn page. I will click small business. I will just put ABC 123 random. Okay, and this will be a e-learning based uh, company, and the company size is very minimum, and it's sole proprietorship. And logo, I can select anything, but I want something related to MuleSoft, so this one. Then it asks to put some tagline, so e-learning. I have to select this terms and regulations, and I will click on create page. So now you can see like this particular page is being now created. Now I will go back to the create app and will search for this ABC 123 random, that is myself only e-learning. It is asking me to upload a app logo and it is a mandatory field, so I will select this one. Okay, and I will click on I have read and agreed to these terms. You can have a look on these API terms of use and click on create app. Okay, then it is asking me to verify it. I will click on this verify button. It will generate a verification URL, generate URL, and copy this URL and open this in a new tab. It will ask me to log into this, but to give the authentication for ABC 123 random is responsible for the app Mule Test app. So I will say it is being verified. It is okay. So now it is showing like it is now verified with your LinkedIn page. I will go back to settings page where this verify company prompt was there. I will click on I am done, and what I will do, I will go back to I will refresh this page once again. So now you can see this ABC 123 random company is being generated. Now we need to add some details, starting with auth first. Make a note of this client ID and client secret. For authorized redirect URLs for your app, you can add something like this: HTTP localhost 8081 slash OAuth to callback, and click on update. Once this is being done, make a note of this one, client ID and client secret. You can click on this sign and it will appear the raw client secret. Save it somewhere on the test your text pad or somewhere. Now we are going to play around with share on LinkedIn and sign in with LinkedIn. So we have to select both. Legal agreement I have added and add product. Similarly, sign in with LinkedIn. I will select this and I have agreed it and add product. So you can see this share on LinkedIn is already now verified, and within seconds it will be also will be approved. So let me refresh it once. So now both are being available. So this is pretty much setup which we require at this particular end. You can go to the docs and you can have a look about the different APIs which are available. Click on this development, authentication, maybe the API guide, API concepts. There are a lot of things that are being available. So you can check out this authorization code. It is talking about the dev.example and it is again referring the same client ID, client secret, all the stuff. Authorization and see this particular thing. Let's copy this and let's paste it over here. So what it does say, it is a get operation which will be going to create a code out of this authorization or V2 authorization. We have to pass our client ID. We have to pass this redirect URI. State, this particular string can be anything. Scope should be our light profile and our email address along with the W member social. So these are the three scope you need to define for our APIs to work properly. So in my case, it will be something like this. I have to simply copy paste and run it in the browser. So that's pretty much out of it. As a result of that browser, you need to, it will ask for giving the authentication. It will ask for your permission, and finally, something like this, it will appear on the browser address bar. Just copy paste out of it and just concentrate on this particular value of code starting from equal to and just before the state ampersand till here, basically till W. Just copy paste this thing and it will be used for making the first call to generate the access token. Okay, now I will quickly jump to the um, Anypoint Studio use case. This particular is for get access token. What it does is basically it is a post method, and get access token is the action URL. I'm going to clear the object store. Reason being, within the object store, I am going to save my access token. Within the transform message, it will look like asking the URL encoded values of grant type code, redirect URI, client's ID, and client secret. Then there is a logger. After that, there is a HTTP requester, which is going to call linkedin.com OAuth v2 access token, and there is a post method assigned to it. For payload, it will take the details from here, and I think that's pretty much of it. And finally, it is going to log the access token. Once the access token is being generated, a flow reference will be called to store the access keys. So this particular flow will be called, which is having an object store with function store. A access token key will be generated, and it will save the access token, and it will log the message as well. Object store updated. Since we have already stored it, so time and being we will be calling this retrieve token flow, and what it will do, it will basically retrieve the access token from this object store, and it will put it onto this particular variable named as access token with this payload value coming out of this retrieve. Okay, now this particular part I have already done by using my Postman. So grant type, let me give you a glance on it. So code I have generated from that URL, and after that grant type will be uh, 1 second. So grant type will be the authorization code we have just generated from the URL, and redirect URI will be the OAuth 2 callback which we have configured at the app level. The next thing is the client ID and the client secret which we have already configured at the app level in the developer LinkedIn site. Okay, now if I hit this post method I will get a access token. Now this access token is now available within my object store. So let me go to the console, and what I will do, since this access token is now available to me, I will try to figure out the other use cases. One such example is user details. So within user details, um, after retrieving the token, I'm going to hit the request user detail, that is v2me, and it is a get method, and it will ask for the header authorization as the where access token which will be retrieved from this retrieve token flow reference, basically this one. Okay, and we are going to log it, and there is second call which will ask or which will give the email related details of the user. Okay, so it is a get method and the path will include v2 email address. In the query parent, it will ask for the authorization same level, bearer and the where access token. Within the query parameters, queue parameter will be the members, and the projection parameter should have the elements handle. I will talk about this very soon. And after that we are going to log it. So this console is already in the running state. Let's try to check this user details. So I will go to the Postman and MuleSoft folder, and I will click on get my details. I will click on send button. So within seconds it retrieved back within the handle the email address and the handle, that is this particular ID as well. If we check the logs, there are two parts to it. In the first part, this particular user detail is being captured under logs. Okay, and after that there is email details which are being generated from this particular logger. So this is like one of the use case. Let's proceed to the second use case. What if we want to post a particular status on the LinkedIn page? So how to do that? So for that text share format, it look for a particular structure of JSON. It will ask for author lifestyle cycle status state. It will always remain published. Within the specific content, we need to pass this particular path share content, and within the text we can pass any message. Shared media category, that will be none by default, and it means if it is a none then it is a text. Visibility, it could be connections or public. So it means if it is a connection, then this particular text share post will be only visible to your connections. Otherwise, it will be public to each and everyone. So before making the actual call to this particular API LinkedIn.com v2UGC post, we have to retrieve the token again. So same flow reference is being called, this retrieve token, and this where text share request is coming out from this text share format, or this particular text share request. Within the headers we need to pass the access token again, and that's pretty much of it. Okay, so let's try to put something on text share level. I will go to the text share, click on body, This is, so I am going to change something. This is Ankur, and person ID we need to publish. This person ID is the same which is being captured through uh, from this user details. Okay, basically this particular ID. Now if I hit the send button, let's see what happens. So it returned back in a ID with a particular share ID to refer back. Whenever we get this particular response, of course the status as well, it will signify that our operation is completed successfully. So what I will do, I will go back to Google Chrome and I will look out for my page. I will check out for, basically I am on the post level recent activity page. So I will refresh this, and here you can see hello world, this is Ankur. So I will delete this as I don't want to bother my connection, so I will delete it. So this was about the text share. Next thing will be the article share. So as the name suggests, we are going to share a particular article in which a URL can be there, and we can put many other things as well. So uh, just to give you an idea, this is the structure which it expects. So we need to give the person ID. The state will remain as published. Original URL. This URL could be your YouTube, your blog URL, or whatever it can be. Text is the basically the any free text, you can put anything as per your requirement, and similarly the commentary text as well. Visibility is again public or connections. After that, retrieve token will be worked as usual, and we will go to request article share. So UGC post version 2 will be used, and this particular article share request is coming out from this transform message. Let me show you. Okay. Now within the headers, as usual, authorization need to be passed. Query and URI parameters are blank. Once it is being done, we are going to log it. Okay. So let me clear up the console and I will hit the article share. I will click the send button, and I got this particular ID. Let me show you the body as well. So this was talking about official Ankur YouTube page. So whatever you can want, you can put it over there with visibility only to connections. So let's check whether it is being published or not. Ideally, it is being published because status as well as this ID is being generated. So what I will do, I will go back to my page. I will refresh this again, and you can see it is being there, right? We log and it will open up the YouTube page, but I will delete this post again. Now after this article share, what we are going to do, we are going to update a particular image on the same our profile. So for that, let's go to the Anypoint Studio. We have to first register it, then we will place the image file onto the staging area, and finally we are going to put it in the environment. Okay, from stage area to the actual page. So this is a register image flow. It is a post method. Register image, we are going to log the payload, and this is the format of register image. Okay, so basically all is hard coded, but only the author, it will be the person ID. I will show you the payload as well. Retrieve token will give us the access token, and with this request register image v2 assets, this register image is being sent through this transform message. Okay, now headers will require the authorization, and that's pretty much of it. And after that, we are going to log the payload as well. So let's try to do with the register image. I will click on the send button. and I will copy this particular URL. I will copy this one and will go to the put. I will basically put it over here. So now what we are going to do, this is a put method and it is going to call this particular API LinkedIn URL. So since it is directly hitting the API LinkedIn, so we need to update the authorization. So authorization token can be taken from here. Let me copy paste, Control C. I will paste over here. Just make a note of this particular ID. This is very unique and it will be used in the final updating the create image share as well. So what I will do, I will click the send button now and let's see what happens. 201 created, it means it is now available in staging area. Now the next thing will be is to create the image share. Create image share, expect this particular format of payload. So basically the author that will be combining with the person ID. Life cycle state will always remain published. Then this particular content of like share content, share commentary text. This can be anything, anything. You can put any string as per your requirement. Then shared media category, it is image. Status will always be ready. This text can be anything. Then there is a media, but this particular ID we need to change. So from where we copied this? We copied it from here, ending with 5W. That is from register image, ending with 5W. So it is being there. Then again title, you can put anything, and visibility, as we mentioned, it could be public or it could be connections. So what I will do now, I will click on the send button. So it generated an ID out of it and status as 200. So let's go back to our LinkedIn account and refresh the page. It's taking some time. It's taking some time because this ID is generated, so it's pretty much this image is already shared, but it is taking some time to get it reflected. Let me go over here. Let's try to change it. I have seen these cases like up to 1 to 2 minutes it is taking to get it refreshed on the page. So let's see. Still it's not appearing. So it's taking some time. But let's go back to our original thing. So it's being published, but it's taking some time to get it refreshed. Okay, so this is pretty much done, and you can refer the developer's LinkedIn page for the docs in order to understand the uh, structure of these payloads in a better way. There are separate sections for that, like sign in with LinkedIn, and it gives the actual URL along with the sample request and the response. So you can manage it out on the flow on the mule flow level. Okay. Similarly, there are share on LinkedIn. So these things can be managed, and you can play around with the rest of the things. The only important point which I want to make is like there are some other APIs as well which are available, which are related to marketing, putting the job posting on the LinkedIn. So these require a much greater level of explanation while creating the app. It basically opens up a lot of questionnaire from LinkedIn site. They basically trigger a particular email, and Microsoft Forms is being there, and a lot of detail you have to put on over there. So that's why I didn't cover that particular marketing API, but whenever I get time, I will cover that particular piece as well. Let's give one last time this try, whether it is published or not. No, it's not getting published somehow. Hmm, maybe if I log out, I don't know, but one last check. No, it's really taking some time, uh, it's pretty much assured. Like if it is a success over here, then eventually it will get published there as well. You can try it out as on your side as well. And this is the end of LinkedIn integration with Mule4. I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching. Finally, you can see now it is showing this particular image along with the message. Thank you.